On Off DAPA, today's episode, Daniel. Driving tour down Alma. This is a street that's over here in Plano, Texas. Also goes up through Allen. At this intersection, it's just some commercial things. You got a Tom Thumb. Let's see, Fit Body Boot Camp. And the next little area is the Glenridge Estates. And these are townhomes over in this section. No actives, but there are townhomes located over here. Most of these communities aren't really gonna get like the big whole amenities with it. Maybe you get like a small pool. This is gonna be Brightland homes within here. These are the townhomes.
So that makes sense.
Howdy y'all, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a driving tour down Alma. This is a street that's over here in Plano, Texas. Also goes up through Allen, over into Frisco, and actually turns into Main Street of Frisco. So going right, going north up into Allen, that would actually take you 15-20 minutes and you'd be into Frisco as well, even up into the McKinney area. We're gonna be heading south on this video, continuing with our driving every street of Plano tours, and I'll hop out here. We'll go south and we'll run into our first couple of neighborhoods. This road, Alma, is also pretty close to 75 highway, and majority of the people that are living over in this area most likely are going to be taking 75 highway to get out to things. Dallas North Tollway and those areas are a little bit further. We're now really on the east side of Plano. A lot of older neighborhoods that we're going to be running into. Some of the ones I've already talked about previously on some of my other driving tours. If you guys want to see some of the other roads, if you're new to this channel, if you're new to my channel and you haven't seen some of the other driving tours I've done through Plano, definitely go to my Plano playlist and you can kind of look through there and see all the different streets and other neighborhoods. But we're almost wrapped up with this whole driving tour of Plano. I only have a few streets left, and then we'll all be done, and then I'll be wrapped up, and then I'll probably do Allen next, or I'm thinking Allen. I think that's the next city I'm gonna do. There's not that many roads compared to that of Plano, and they're not as long, so that could be a quick series too. We're still officially in Allen. I just set up the GoPro there at that intersection because it was just a good spot for me to start from. There's only going to be about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's going to be about like 12 to 14 neighborhoods I'm going to talk about on this video. There's a lot of commercial developments that are going to be up along this side, and that's just a result of also being close to 75 highway too. And majority of like these big commercials, apartment complexes, things like that are going to be built off these highway systems. There's going to be older homes on this video, 1960s, 1970s, 1980s. There's also going to be some like newer ones in the sense of like early 2000s. There's going to be one neighborhood that's going to be new construction. That's over at the Collin Creek Mall. So we'll head over to that too. That's where we're going to end the video. So sit back, relax, just enjoy a nice little drive on this nice summer day we're having. We've been having a lot of rain over the past week. Usually at night the storms come in, so during the day we get like this nice sun, but then later on during April and May you get like a nice day in Dallas, and then all of a sudden there's storms coming in at the night due to the weather cooling off. And now we are getting over into the area of Plano here. The first neighborhood I'm going to talk about is Sun Creek, and Sun Creek is kind of all of these you see in here. All right, we're gonna go over Hedgecox and I'll jump into the first neighborhood, but Sun Creek is a big development. HOA in there, if it's like the single family residential house, it's like $425 semi-annually. They do have an active 1999 4-bed, 4.5 bath, 3,750 square feet, listed at $665,000 at $177 per square foot. There's also some townhomes along here too. At this intersection, it's just some commercial things. You got a Tom Thumb, let's see, Fit Body Boot Camp, Jeremiah's something food place. You got a Farmer's Insurance, Edward Jones. What's on my back shoulder here? A Dental, Donuts, Nail Spa. You know, so all your basics. But this is the Sun Creek Plaza, and then you have the Sun Creek development kind of around it with some like early 2000 homes. There's also another part of Sun Creek that has an HOA of $425 annually. So just depending on if you're in a townhome, a single family, or on one of like the bigger lots within the neighborhood, it's gonna be kind of dependent on what you pay on that HOA. This is Hedgecox. Going right would actually take you all the way down to Plano, out to West Plano, where kind of like the Shops Legacy is, Stonebriar Mall, but Hedgecox could take you really far. But this is where Hedgecox ends over here on this side of Plano. Cross Creek is the first neighborhood that we're gonna be jumping into. So actually I'll get over into the right lane here and we'll jump into Cross Creek. There's going to be an HOA of nothing. They do have an active 1984 3-bed 2-bath 1,944 square feet, listed at $429,000 at $221 per square foot. Majority of these homes, okay, today on this tour are gonna be like these 1-story flat homes, not a bunch of 2 stories. This is now like the older, we're headed also more towards like the downtown area of Plano. So this is kind of where like the city started and then expanded out from here and then grew into Allen and then started moving out towards, you know, where the Dallas North Tollway is now. But these homes were here long before any of the Dallas North Tollway or any of that stuff was around those areas. But you can see on these very, very basic homes, but this is gonna be about the vibe of the houses that we're gonna be traveling through today. So if you wanna see some like more updated houses, not like these, go back to my other driving tour videos. There's plenty of other neighborhoods, but majority of these neighborhoods today, they're gonna kind of be on this aesthetic or curb appeal of homes. Whether or not you want that or not, usually I have families that are, oh, this is a cul-de-sac, so we got trapped here. Usually I have families that are wanting, you know, a little bit newer, but you do have investors that come in and buy in these areas, update the house, you know, paint it white, because when in doubt, white it out, and update some things and then throw a renter into it. So there are plenty of renters over in these areas too, because there's no HOA. So sometimes investors kind of like doing that and not having to deal with that extra expense of an HOA, even though most of the HOAs that are gonna be around these areas are only gonna be like $400 to $900 per year. Only the new construction neighborhoods that I come across, all right, and it's also dependent, like I still come across some new construction neighborhoods till this day that, you know, it's $600 to $900 annually, but for the majority, these developers are putting all these amenity centers and all these types of things, lifestyle events, lifestyle director, lifestyle. It's all about the lifestyle, right? And the HOAs are just like astronomical. And by astronomical, I mean like $1,600, $1,900 per year. But at least you get a lagoon, right? And like a tennis court or pickleball courts, things like that. And the next little area is the Glen Ridge Estates. And these are townhomes over in this section. No actives, but there are townhomes located over here. HOA is $237 per month. And that should be right up along here on Legacy is where these townhomes are located. So right in here. And then there's gonna be lots of apartment complexes along this way here, but this is the townhome neighborhood. So I'll show you this. So this is Glen Ridge Estates. They're gonna have this small pool area, but you're gonna be paying $237 per month on this HOA, which is pretty standard, I would say. Like usually the townhome neighborhoods, I'm seeing anywhere from $200 to $300 per year. Now, sometimes the townhome neighborhoods will offer some extra stuff like internet. They'll cover the exterior of your home on like the warranty of it. You also maybe get front yard maintenance. So definitely, you know, if you're looking at townhome neighborhoods and you're paying like over, you know, close to, over $200 or close to $300 per month, definitely want to ask to see what is all included in the HOA. Because this one, $237 per month, they might do the front yard maintenance, but you're gonna get a very, very small community pool area, which I can't really imagine a lot of people are using that. But that just comes with a little bit of an extra fee. This next road that we're coming up to is Legacy Drive. And Legacy Drive is just gonna go a little bit further out towards the east. Going right here, probably about 10 to 15 minutes, we'd be over in like the Shops Legacy, Legacy West, Dallas North Tollway area that everyone kind of wants to be around. Even the people in Frisco, everyone's going out. I mean, if you live in Frisco, Prosper, you're still going out to the Legacy West area. It's a big draw for people. So living over on this side, you're a little bit further away from that. You're still not too far away from 121 or 75 highway. So even if you wanted to get over to like Grandscape, the Colony, get out with your family, enjoy those things, not too far of a drive to get on 75 and then hop on 121. And then it's probably about a 15-minute drive once you're on 121 to get down to the Colony, kind of depending on what time of traffic, because it's really just a straight shot. The nice thing about 121 and driving on it is that it's a straight road, so it doesn't run into too many like traffic problems during the afternoon. Sometimes here and there, just depending, but and I'm just specifically talking about the McKinney area. Once you start getting further down into like the Carrollton area, there's a little bit more traffic around there, but the traffic along 121 is reasonable at most times. All right, here is the Creek Trails And the HOA in here is going to be $480 annually. And then they do have an active 1986 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,391 square feet, listed at $474,000 at $198 per square foot. So you can definitely tell with these homes, all brick, all standard, very tight lots. These are like 40-foot lots in here, maybe a little bit smaller, maybe a little bit bigger, depending on like how the house is angled. Not gonna really get any other amenities within here. Most of these communities aren't really gonna get like the big whole amenities with it. Maybe you get like a small pool. I guess it's clean out day for the sofas. Oh my goodness, they're clearing house. That's a whole mattress there. And this one does have a variety of 2-story homes as well within it. But you also get some of these 1-story homes in here. I would say there's probably more 2-story homes in this neighborhood than 1-story homes. There's the Plano ISD Service Center over to the left. Looks like there's like a water treatment area over here to the right. And then there's a big park over here with baseball fields, soccer fields over on this left side for Plano. The next neighborhood over here is Park Hill. There's an HOA of nothing, and there is an active 1981 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,586 square feet, listed at $476,000 at $300 per square foot, and that is this neighborhood in here. So this neighborhood is just across the street from one of the big parks over here that Plano has. But this is Park Hill. So back into the 1-story homes. Here's that big power line that runs through the center of Plano. And the next road that we'll be coming up on is Spring Creek Parkway, which once again, another popular road. And if you guys want to see the Spring Creek Parkway, the Legacy Drive, I did already do tours over that as well, talking about some of the neighborhoods that are along those streets. At this intersection, there is a Goodwill, Shell gas station, let's see, more dentist offices, liquor stores, car wash. But you can also tell with the aesthetic around here, a lot older. So just know if you're buying more on the 75 highway, east side of Plano, even the commercial stuff, not only the houses, but even the commercial stuff are gonna be pretty old. The next neighborhood is gonna be Park Forest. That's over here to the right. There's no HOA within this community. There is an active 1975 4-bed, 2-bath, 2,262 square feet, listed at $405,000 at $179 per square foot. The trees in here, look at all this. So they put the trees all the way up to the edge of the road. And this is kind of a cool drive. You don't always get, I mean, you guys have been watching my videos for a long time, right? Like, they don't come like this. All right, that's interesting. So they got a backyard in the front yard. Tell me you have no HOA without telling me you have no HOA. I mean, some of these houses are put together, they look nice, but sometimes you get into these older neighborhoods of Plano and it's just like, what is going on, my guy? And right now, this is all pretty because we're like past spring, we're into summer, everything's green, but the amount of leaves that are on these streets. I mean, there's still leaves. They still got leaves and we're in summer. They still haven't even picked up all the leaves from last fall. That's gotta be a mess. An absolute mess. I don't even know how any of the grass is alive. Oh no, that yard's got dead grass. With all that shade, it's like, how is it even living? Over to the left is gonna be the neighborhood Westgate. That's also gonna have no HOA within there. There is an active 1981 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 1,477 square feet, listed at $338,000 at $228 per square foot. So if you guys are noticing, we're kind of just continuing to drop on that price. Now the size of the homes are getting a little bit smaller, but over in this area, you're gonna find like $350,000, $450,000 houses. If it's above 450, like up into that 500K mark, it's usually because it's been updated by an investor. It's a little bit nicer on the inside, but the bones of the house are still gonna be really old. Maybe some small commercial things around this side. There's a church, not really much else. But Park Forest is really just gonna run like all of this all the way down to Parker Road. Really big community over here, no HOA. So there should be some options for actives. I think I pulled out one, but there's probably a few more in here that are on a range. But that one at 405 is probably kind of in that middle. Sometimes I see some prices above $500,000. This is gonna be Parker Road here. So at this intersection is going to be a public storage, just some all, let's see, what is this? A nail place, car wash, urgent care, liquor store, 7-Eleven, a bank. Going over Parker Road now. A Taste of Thai, more nail places, vintage audio, Texas Family Fitness. That's over in this section. Over on the right side is gonna be Creek Bend Estates. There's no actives within here, also has no HOA. We're also now in the area where there's no HOA, like all these neighborhoods are gonna have like no HOA within them. And these homes in here, these are gonna have like those bigger 3,000 square foot homes over on this side. So we're getting closer to George Bush Tollway now, that intersection of George Bush and 75 Highway. So I do like this area in the sense of like location to get out to places if you are a commuter that's having to go down into Dallas. Now, if you're wanting to be around new things and up-to-date things, like I was saying at the beginning of this video, that ain't really gonna be a thing around here. A lot of stuff's gonna be old. So, you know, if you wanna be around the new mixed-use developments, there is gonna be the Con Creek Mall, but that's still gonna take a few years to build out, but you'll be close to that once that gets done. So hopefully that'll bring some more value to some of the homes around here, but there's really nothing else. It's good to see that Plano has gone back. They're working on kind of updating their malls, trying to bring in some stuff to still bring value over to these areas, because there's just so much value in the homes that are over by Legacy West on that side, because that's kind of where everyone wants to be when it comes to Plano. That's where all the fun stuff is, the Frisco, the Colony, all that stuff is in that area. So I think they're trying to bring some stuff out. I think the squirrel is fighting with a bird right now. The things you see over in Plano. Across from this neighborhood is gonna be Green Hollow Estates. Also gonna be no HOA within there. And then there is also gonna be no actives right now. So no actives to pull from. It's gonna be similar to this neighborhood, Creek Bend, that we just drove through and I showed you guys. Maybe a little bit older homes within Green Hollow, but still about the same size. There might be a little bit more one-story homes within there. Now that we're coming up to George Bush, there's gonna be a lot less residential things. It's gonna be tailored a lot more towards businesses. Now that we're over at this intersection, this next light that we're going through is Park. Over at this intersection, just gonna be some small business offices, an apartment complex, a gas station, but really not too much else. And then you can kind of see some larger buildings over here as well that are housing some more legit businesses or bigger companies, more corporate stuff over on this side. Going left down Park, that would only be about literally less than 5 minutes and you're on to 75 Highway. There are some more up-to-date apartment complexes over here. There are some new construction things up along this way. There's still some land over here too that hasn't been built on, so maybe more things will come over here in the future, whether it be apartment complex, maybe some townhome neighborhoods. Now you see some of the new construction being townhomes over here on Plano just due to affordability. There's some grocery stores also over here. We're gonna be going over 15th Street. There's a Michael's, Raising Cane's. There's a whole bunch of stuff over in this section over to the left. Flooring store, I think, decor, cons. I don't know, I've never been there. Hobby Lobby. I've been there before. Over on the right side is gonna be Dallas North Estates, kind of behind this apartment complex. HOA, nothing in there. There is an active in 1963, 4-bed, 2-bath, 1,646 square feet. Listed at $399,000 at $242 per square foot. I've talked about the Dallas North Estates quite a few times on my videos. And then I wanna hop into here to show you guys the new construction over here at the Collin Creek development. And this is gonna be attached in with like that whole mixed use development that they've basically gone in and destroyed the mall that was over here. Well, I guess they're still kind of trying to destroy it. It's not all the way done. They've had a little bit of hiccups along the way trying to get through this and get everything approved. And then I think at one point maybe they were missing some funds. I don't know. Isn't it like every big development is missing funds at one point, or they need more money? They might have run into some situation like this. This is gonna be Brightland homes within here. These are the townhomes. There's a few actives in here. The HOA within this neighborhood is gonna be $1,940 annually. So $2,000 per year, which townhomes, that's usually, I mean, if anything, that might be on the cheaper side of things compared to some other stuff. There is the mall. They'll be building out townhomes all through here. So it looks like they got some 3-story townhomes, and the garage is on the back side. And there is a little bit of a power line running through the development. And they're over on this side too. But these are all gonna be townhomes in here, Brightland homes. And then for an active in here, just to kind of give you an idea on the prices, 2024 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,056 square feet, listed at $608,000 at $296 per square foot. And it doesn't look like they've actually closed on anything, but a couple of these homes right here along the corner look like they're about done. Maybe they're putting in like the flooring and stuff, but they are putting up some homes along here. And then Dallas North Estates right across from here, older neighborhood. But that is gonna be all the residential stuff. There's a few other, and then really from here on out, we'll then get into like the Dallas Richardson area once you get over to the George Bush, but just a lot more older commercial stuff along here. And then this is Plano Parkway. You got Heritage Creekside over on the right side. I guess I could have mentioned that. Heritage Creekside is over here. It's just a little bit further back. I think I mentioned that on my Plano Parkway driving tour and what was in there. But there's some townhomes in there, and then also some smaller single family. And this will take us right up to George Bush, but there's not actually, if I remember correctly, there's not actually a way to go underneath this bridge, or is there? Is there? Yes. Okay, sweet. I didn't know if it just was a dead end here, but we actually can go under, and then George Bush over, turn right, we get onto George Bush that way, and then they're building the DART train through here. Oh no, that's a railroad. Wait, where's the DART train? The DART train is somewhere around here, all right? That might have been just more of a legit railroad, but that's over here. And then Texas Instruments, their manufacturing plant or whatever's going on here is located over on this side too. And that's gonna do it for driving Alma today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions about buying in Plano, whether it be a pre-owned, an older home, or new construction, please send me a text or give me a call. Would love to work with you and your family on your home search. Other than that, peace out y'all, and take it easy as always. Thanks for checking out my channel and watching that video. I got more videos floating around here. If you're in the market to buy or sell real estate in the DFW area, contact me, Daniel, at the Home Expert Team. I will be happy to answer any of your questions. Besides that, bye.